It is a murder most bizarre. On Friday, Gilbert Kinyua was brutally murdered in Kenyatta National Hospital. His wife remembers him as a sociable man who never feared for his life or held grudges. So who could have wanted him dead? And how does security lapse occur, such as this, at Kenya's largest referral hospital? Lilis Njero Mutinda with the details.
Many questions without answers, elusive sleep and a profound sense of disconnection. This is the state we find Susan Wanjiku in at her home in Dandora, Nairobi. It is the horror of how she lost her husband Gilbert Kinyua, the man she shared 11 years of love, laughter and struggles with. It is a story of murder. A story of loss in the most unthinkable place, Kenyatta National Hospital, the country's largest referral hospital. A place meant to save lives, but where her husband, who has been unwell for years, was brutally butchered Friday morning.
Nafanya kazi ya hoteli, nauza chai. So, I'm mobile. Nikiwa kwa barabara ndio nilipokea simu. Nikaambiwa nahitajika Kenyatta. Nikawauliza kama kuna shida, wakaniambia kuna shida na ni emergency kuja. Ilibidi nirudi nyuma, nichukue document nitoke.
Since admission on December 11th, 2024, her husband's bed was at the corner of Ward 7B on the 7th floor. In her telling, the cubicle housed 2 patients, with the ward accommodating 7 patients, some who were gravely ill, while others up and about and even supporting her husband.
Ndio nikapata kukona tension. All of a sudden mimi nikastuka, nikajiuliza what happened. Daktari mmoja ndiye alituweka kwa room nyingine hapo. Akaanza kutuelezea vile kulienda. Gilbert alituacha, lakini kifo yake si halali. Nikajiuliza, hospitali kubwa hivi yenye mimi mwenyewe niko comfortable na wa trust, nimepeleka mgonjwa ako mahali pazuri. How comes unaweza sikia mtu amekatwa shingo na niko hospitali ndani na hakuna mwenye alisikia? Hata wagonjwa wenye walikuwa na wao hakuna mwenye alinotice kuna kitu inaendelea. Hiyo ni inside mimi kwangu nikisema iko huko ndani.
What baffles Susan Wanjiku most is how her husband's killer or killers managed to bypass the security protocol in the dead of night, which is usually very strict during the day. After meeting the medical personnel and detectives from the homicide investigations, the family was requested to identify the body.
Kwa kitanda kama kawaida, lakini hiyo kitanda ilikuwa imejaa damu. Na mpaka chini hapo kulikuwa kumejaa damu. Lakini shingo ilikuwa imekatwa hivi na katikati. Alafu ukiangalia hiyo shingo ni kama ilikuwa imekataa. Ni kama ilifosiwa, sababu ilikuwa inaonekana ni kama imekatwa na ile kitu brand.
The murder weapon was found at the scene. In 2011, Susan Wanjiku married Gilbert Kinyua, who was then employed as a water technician with a Nairobi-based company. The following year, Gilbert began experiencing health issues that led to frequent absences from work and multiple hospital visits, including prior admissions at the Kenyatta National Hospital. Although he was in a neurological ward, he was being treated for wounds, and doctors said that he was getting better. So much so that the couple started to discuss life after hospital.
Pia tunataka justice. Sababu unaona sisi tulichukua hatua ya kumpeleka hospitali yenye tunajua tunajua ndio the best, na kwa roho zetu tulikuwa na imani huyo kijana atapona na atoke na arudi kazini mwake alee watoto wake.
This is not the first time such a heinous act has been reported in Kenyan public hospitals, raising concerns about security lapses that leave patients vulnerable. In November 2015, 42-year-old Cosmas Mutunga was found brutally murdered in his hospital bed at Kenyatta National Hospital's Ward 8C. No one has been convicted of the crime to date. Kenyatta National Hospital management confirming Friday's incident said it was working closely with law enforcement authorities and has since launched an internal investigation. The family of Mr. Gilbert Kinyua is now left with more questions than answers after their loved one was murdered in the very hospital they trusted for care. They're now standing at the crossroads of grief and confusion and are desperately seeking for justice. Lilis Njero Motinda, NTV.